The first time David's phone rang, he almost ignored it because the number on the screen belonged to his father, the same father they buried 3 months earlier. David stared, hands shaking, heart pounding. Then the phone rang again. And when he answered, he heard his father's voice, calm, soft and clear. And the first thing he said was, "David, don't tell your mother I called." 3 months earlier, David buried his father. The entire church in Lagos was full. Family everywhere, neighbors crying, people hugging, everyone saying the same thing. He was a good man. He lived well. He loved his family. David stood there trying to stay strong because his father wasn't just his father. He was his closest friend. The man who taught him everything: how to drive, how to fix things, how to pray, how to survive disappointments without losing yourself. And then suddenly, at failure, gone, fast and unexpected. The house never felt the same after. His mom became quieter. His younger sister cried randomly. And David buried himself in work to avoid thinking too much. Then came Friday, exactly 8 p.m. His phone rang. "Dad." David froze. He stared. The exact contact photo, the exact number. His body went cold. He answered. Silence. Then breathing. Then, David. His knees nearly gave out. It was him. His father. Same voice, same tone, same calm way of speaking. David whispered, "Dad?" Listen carefully. David couldn't breathe. "Don't tell your mother I called." The line ended. David sat there shaking. He called back immediately, phone unavailable. He barely slept. By morning, he convinced himself it had to be grief, a prank, a glitch, exhaustion. Nothing else made sense. Then next Friday, 8 p.m., same number. David answered instantly. His father's voice again. "Good." David nearly shouted. "How is this possible?" His father ignored the question. "In my wardrobe, left side, there's a brown envelope." David rushed upstairs, opened wardrobe, left corner, and there it was, exactly where his father said. A brown envelope, inside, property documents, land papers nobody knew existed. David's hands trembled. The call ended again. No explanations, no answers. Only more questions. He hid the papers, and for the first time, fear replaced grief. Because this was impossible. Friday 3, 8 p.m. The call came. David answered before the first ring ended. "Dad?" His father's voice sounded calmer than ever. "Go to the old workshop." David drove immediately. The workshop his father used years ago. Dust everywhere, locked, abandoned. He searched, nothing. Then noticed loosed floorboards. Underneath, cash. A lot of cash. And another envelope. Inside, Some truths cannot be buried with a man. David read it 3 times. His chest tightened. His mother noticed he had changed, asked questions, he lied, said work was stressful. But every Friday, the calls came. And every call revealed something hidden. Savings, documents, keys, things his father secretly protected. David couldn't understand why. Then on the 5th Friday, everything changed. The call came later, 8:14 p.m. His father sounded different, urgent, tired. David, yes. Trust nobody in the house. David's blood froze. What? Silence then. Especially your uncle. The call ended. David stared at the screen. His uncle Kunle, his father's younger brother, the same uncle helping with funeral arrangements, helping his mother, handling paperwork, always around, always supportive. David's stomach dropped. That night, David checked the documents carefully and noticed something strange. A signature missing, land transfer papers almost finalized. His mother listed as beneficiary, but Uncle Kunle's name had recently been added, without explanation. David confronted him. Kunle smiled, dismissed it. Administrative mistakes. But David noticed sweat, a nervous smile, shifting eyes. Something felt wrong. The 6th Friday came. David barely breathed all day. He kept checking his phone. 7:55. Too much time. 7:58. 8 o'clock. Nothing. 8:03. Still nothing. Then, the phone rang. David answered instantly. His father's voice came slowly, heavier, like every word mattered. David. Yes, Dad. The truth is bigger than property. David gripped the phone. What truth? The man you called father, David stopped breathing, was not your biological father. The room spun. David nearly dropped the phone. What? His father continued softly. When you were 3 months old, your mother came to me. She was terrified. Your biological father disappeared. She had nowhere to go. I chose both of you. David couldn't move, tears burning. The voice continued. I never loved you like someone else's child. You were mine from the first day. David broke. Because suddenly, every memory made sense. Every sacrifice, every late night hospital visit, every school fees, every advice, every hug. Not blood, choice. His father continued. Kunle knows. He planned to use the truth to destroy your mother. David whispered. Why tell me now? His father's answer came gently. Because truth hidden too long becomes a weapon. Then one last thing. Protect your mother. The call ended. David screamed, Dad! Nothing. Silence. He rushed downstairs. His mother sat quietly. David knelt beside her, hands shaking, and asked one question. Is it true? She froze instantly. and began crying. The kind of crying she had clearly held for years. She told him everything. She was young, pregnant, abandoned, ashamed. And his father, the man everyone buried, stepped in, married her, raised David, protected her dignity, never once treated him differently. Never. Then Kunle walked in, saw them, realized, and tried to threaten her. But David stood, for the first time stronger than fear, and placed every document on the table, every land paper, every hidden note, every proof. Kunle's face changed, caught, exposed, no lies left to tell. He left that house that same night and never touched anything again. Later, David sat alone in his father's room, holding the phone, tears running, looking at the contact saved as dad. He whispered, "Why me?" No ringing, no voice, only silence. Then he noticed something near the wardrobe, a final envelope, hidden deep, written in his father's handwriting, for David. Inside, family is not built by blood alone. A real father is the man who stays. The truth may hurt for a moment, but lies can damage generations. Live honestly, protect your family, and remember, love chosen freely is one of life's greatest gifts. David cried harder than he had at the funeral, because grief finally became something else: gratitude and peace. Months later, David helped his mother reopen his father's workshop, turned it into a small business. His sister helped. Life slowly healed. Every Friday evening, David still looked at his phone, just for a second, just in case. But no more calls ever came. And strangely, he didn't need them, because some people leave the world, yet still guide the people they love. And David finally understood the greatest lesson his father ever taught him. Blood can create relatives, but love, sacrifice, and truth are what truly build a family. And some secrets buried for years aren't revealed to destroy people. Sometimes they are revealed to finally set everyone free.